Good job.
What, Brendel? Oh, Brendel's turn, Daddy. Brendel's turn. Ready to go?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ted, and as you can see, there goes the baby mama. And there goes Brendel James. Say hey, Brendel.
Hey.
He's ready to go inside.
Oh, I forgot their cat. Oh, they do Cash App.
Puppet show.
You want a basket? Oh, they got mystery boxes. So what is up, Medium Mail Gang? We are at a bin store. Actually, it's a liquidation store, but they do have some bins, which you will see here soon. Mostly right now what I'm looking at is just your dime a dozen pallet stuff that you will frequently find inside pallets if you were to purchase them. A lot of rejected items from retail stores, returned items, Amazon items, different things like that. So immediately I noticed the health and beauty section. What are you doing, Bob? And this is something I wasn't really expecting. They have a lot of their clothing laid out and individually priced, including shoes. I immediately noticed these Crocs, and I do regret not picking these up. They wanted $10 for them. Originally, I was looking at them for Izzy. I'll admit I walked into this just kind of wanting to browse and maybe personally buy something for myself. But I regret not getting those because those would have actually been really great for resale. And I'll put up comps here for those shoes, those Crocs. So I actually may go back and grab those, but we'll see.
Now, this got first.
Wow. Teeth for pumpkins? You want that? Okay. So by this time they are playing music, which is pretty loud. So you will see quite a bit of voiceover from me in this video now, kind of moving forward. I'm looking at the Halloween section. Unfortunately, a lot of it was Dollar General basic Halloween items that you can really grab anywhere from last season. So I did pass on most of that. There's no real resale value. And even as a Halloween enthusiast, I really just don't like buying cheap signs and cheap Halloween decor. Again, just personal preference. Here we're looking at diapers, some wipes, just typical things that you will find in pallets. This is more of kind of like the baby section, I guess. She had a lot more baby related items in this section. So that was kind of cool to find. It is kind of like an Ollie's to me at this point. So I do like that shopping feel. Dante found a Bianca Belair. So that was kind of cool. And these are what the bins kind of look like. She had 4 bins, which were pretty full. They were set up pretty well. And towards the end of this video, she kind of mentions her restocking schedule and what that kind of looks like. Here, Dante's showing me some toothbrush tops that might work for my electric toothbrush, so I am grabbing some of those. Each bin is individually marked with different pricing, and one bin was based on the day. Aww, how cute! What? Oh, is that scary? Okay, go stand by Daddy then. He's scared of this big thing here, which is actually really cool. He's from Wednesday, the Wednesday Netflix show, and he is probably the coolest thing that I have seen in a long time. This guy is huge. I mean, I'm 5'8", and he's this is probably almost 7 foot. Huge. Super cool. So in later discussions, I found out that that's actually an animatronic, so it moves and talks and all of that kind of stuff, which was pretty cool. But Brendel did not like it, which is funny because he loves Spirit Halloween, but he was scared of that. I don't know. Anyway, we're looking at some shirts. These are your typical Amazon made shirts. I think the brand even had like Amazon in the name brand on the tag there. Super cute, but nothing in my son's size or my niece, nephews, just all the different kids in my life that I like to buy for every now and then. On top of my own kids, unfortunately, nothing really that would fit them well or I thought was like cute. But again, these are great finds for the right price, and especially in bulk. I think she probably would have made a deal with me if I wanted to buy all the shirts. You know what I mean? They were $4 a piece, but I think if you would have purchased in bulk, maybe negotiated a deal and then flipped it, you know, on eBay, on whatnot, if you're a flea market person, craft sales, like different things like that, that's an option. I definitely could see this as a possible option, especially if you do pop-up vendor events and things like that. But for me, I was just looking for personal and didn't find anything that worked. Oh, those are some cool masks. I mean, this is stuff you could definitely resell. Like if you got it cheap enough, have a good Halloween show and whatnot or something, and sell stuff off really well. But I don't really have a whatnot crowd, and I don't care what people say, you have to have a whatnot crowd. Now here I was peeping these stress ball Santas. I wanted to look them up on eBay. I was looking at some of these ceramic houses. Nothing that really stood out. They were all made in China. I'm pretty sure these are the Dollar Tree or Dollar General ones that you can get kind of cheap. So I did pass on those. There's very specific brands that can do well on eBay when it comes to those little Christmas tree houses. I was looking at the snow globes that might have gone well on eBay, but again, I had no way of really doing research. That was kind of a frustrating thing. Obviously, this is a warehouse style building, and unfortunately, I had zero service. Bins yet.
Bins?
Now these Santa cans are cute. I don't know how much they'll go for on like Etsy and stuff like that, but
Yeah, they got this one.
These are cool. These are like the vintage Halloween masks. Those are fun. And a dime a dozen though. You know, a lot of Dollar General stuff in these bins. Snack savers. And here I'm just browsing again, just trying to find things either for personal use or for resale. Even though I'm a book person, there are some things that just stick out, like certain name brands that you know command a little bit more money. You know, as a consumer, you will notice nicer items or items that maybe are more expensive in store, things like that, especially with health and beauty. I kind of wish I would have looked in that section a little bit longer. The thing that's always in the back of my mind with health and beauty and certain items like this that are in the bins is it's really buyer beware. Some things are used, damaged, broken, so you have to inspect everything really closely as well to make sure that the profit is really there. You can buy a pallet. A little pallet there. That's not bad. If I ever decided to get into it. You guys see a couple things that already make your money back.
All this stuff I've gotten in pallets.
Yeah. Individually priced stuff, I'm like, eh. Rebel Girls, I am familiar with them. Gorlox might be or something. So I did end up grabbing those door locks. We're gonna give them a try, just see. I wanted to buy something, at least one thing to flip. I was a little surprised at checkout. They were in the bins here, which was supposed to make them $2, but at checkout she charged me $5. Apparently they were moved from a different section, and you'll see that here in this video. But it's fine. I still think I can have some profit.
What's up, what's up, what's up? My name is Dante. You go follow my channel, you know what I'm saying? I need all the followers.
My kid's father making a little cameo there. Here were more of those door locks. So I did make a little mental note. If it worked out and I was able to flip them for good profit, despite them being the $5 each, I wanted to just make note that she did have more, so I could come and grab more if I wanted to replenish. Here I see one of the ghosts and the little ghost dog, which is super popular right now. Marshalls, TJ Maxx, etc. I regret not picking this up for $5 because even though the profit would have been small on that one, I probably would have kept it in my personal collection for a little bit because it's cute. It's a really cute trending thing, and I probably could have put it on Mercari and maybe gotten more than on eBay, just because of the kind of different audience there on Mercari. So here we're looking at electronics. Again, super common to have individually priced electronics at these types of stores.
I get the word out.
Yeah.
We've been really busy.
Is that like a particular restock thing?
We've been just honestly, like last week I restocked like 3 times. So I've just been shopping as much as I can to restock. But usually Fridays. We should usually have new stuff by Fridays.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we just left the Lenaway Liquidation bin store slash kind of like a cheaper version of Ollie's, in my opinion. But we're going to ask Dante, since he has so much experience with bin stores, his thoughts on it first, and then I'll share a few of mine.
So as far as trying to find profit, you can probably definitely find profit in there if that's what you're looking for, because I think you can find profit anywhere. It's just you're not going to find like high dollar profit in there. Obviously it'd be like $10-20 profit items. If you see a $20 profit item, I'll be surprised, but realistically anywhere between like $5 and $15 profit items. They do have a lot of those though, so if you spend your money wisely, you can definitely make some money. I would use it more as a place where I would get deals for myself, like if I wanted to come just to browse to see if they had something I could get for, like Brindell. They had some great deals on toys that you can get for your kids and books and stuff like that. It's just, for me coming here trying to find profit, I wouldn't think of it like that, but if I did run across something, I would grab it. But what sucked the most was that you didn't have service in there. There was a few items I thought could be profitable, but I just didn't want to take a chance on it because I didn't have service. And the best thing I will say would probably be like the pallets. They offered pallets, and that was surprising.
That did surprise me too, so I will piggyback off of that. I was not expecting Amazon mystery boxes. I was not expecting the pallets, and I was not expecting the vast, like, on a hanger clothing type stuff. I was expecting a traditional bin store, I guess, is what I was expecting. Now, traditional bin store, you definitely can get pallets, right? They're usually there sometimes.
Some you can, some, I mean, traditional bin store, you're expecting walking in several bins in the area where everything is one price for whatever day that is. So traditionally, no, but they just, I would say they have a bin area. I wouldn't call it a bin store. And luckily they call it Lenaway Liquidation, right, instead of like a bin store.
Yeah, they're definitely not like misleading with their name, so I do appreciate that. I will say, like, the Halloween stuff, the very small knickknack stuff that was Christmas, if I had a following on Whatnot, that could be worth it, because she had a lot of items priced at like 25 cents, 50 cents. So in bulk, I could have bought like a ton of that Halloween makeup and done a Halloween sale, ran it for $1. Some people are gonna bid it up, some aren't. So like if I kind of had like that following on Whatnot and did like a horror show and made a big presentation about it and dressed up in a costume and made like this big Halloween horror show thing, that could have been worth it. But that's a lot of time and energy that frankly I don't want to do. And Whatnot, I'm not really on that much anymore. But if you wanted to get creative, that could be an option. So if I really needed to get creative, I really did need to do something, that could be an option. And so it's kind of good to know that she's got some cheap items like that that are seasonal, because that could, you know, be something that you could do. But overall, I liked it. But yeah, it's pretty much going to be like an Ollie's for me. It's going to be personal shopping. I did find a few things that might have some profit, but I'm not going to make the purchase unless I know for sure. And my service sucked, just like you said. So
yeah, and there's some stuff in there. Like, I know I could have probably sold it for, like I said, like 10 or 15 bucks, and I could have bought it for $2, but just that means I have to go set up the flea market and all that. And I'm not in flea market season mode, so I don't want to do that. And there's a lot of stuff that's seasonal. When you do a lot of these liquidation items, they get truckloads, and a lot of the stuff they come from the truckloads are stuff that came from the past season. So now we're starting to see like a lot of the pools and swimming gear, because summer's about to be out, fall's about to be in. So if I had like a storage building, I would rack up on all that stuff I saw, because they had some great stuff like the Spider-Man pool. I know next year if you held it, you can make probably a little bit more than you would if you so just small stuff like that. There's definitely profit everywhere.
Yeah, so those are our final thoughts.
What did you think about the store? Did you like the store? Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Those are our final thoughts. We'll see you in the next video.